Every day, there's a battle for your mind raging. Information coming from every angle with the will to deceive. Fear not. You found the place for truth. The voice of a generation that still has the will to believe in the greatest country in the history of the world. This is the Charlie Kirk Show. Buckle up. Here we go.
All right, welcome to the Charlie Kirk Show. I'm Andrew Kolvet, executive producer of this fine show. And joined to my left, a little lopsided today, Blake Neff. So there's, we're gonna just use half of the table here. Honored to be with you all, and what an evening it was last night. So much going on. There was this, the world exclusive, the first time Erika has gone on camera in an interview. Erika Kirk, Charlie's widow, of course. Actually, that's not true. She came on this show for a few segments just to talk about the future of this show and how we are continuing on in Charlie's honor and legacy. But really, this was the first time network television, live prime time with Jesse Waters, and it was. I've gotten so many texts. I've gotten so many people just saying how remarkable her courage and her bravery is. And I can tell you that the interview happened in this room right here where we're sitting. They did it right there. The production team, our amazing production team, by the way, who's just been tremendous throughout this whole process, cleared out a lot of our own gear and made room for Jesse's team to get in here. They did the interview right there. I sat against that wall during it. There was a number of Fox's production team in here, and I watched it happen live. And I knew it was going to be a really incredible just moment for the world to see, because I will tell you, Blake, live and in person, I was pretty much a wreck when it was happening. And I actually asked Jesse after the interview, I said, how did you keep it together? Like, I saw him there. He was like sitting there stoked, and he's like, I had to emotionally prep in advance to make sure that I was not going to break down or get emotional.
You can kind of tell because he actually, like, the way he asks his questions is a little like robotic almost. Yeah, well, you could tell he was sort of dissociating.
That's exactly what he said he did. He had to disconnect himself from his own emotions, and he said even still, she almost got him a couple times, and he's like, I don't even know how I got through that interview. It was that difficult, and I know Erika, after it happened, basically collapsed. I mean, she is brave, she is courageous. She knew she had to. I mean, if I could just little inside baseball here, I've gotten personally for Erika probably like 60 what you would call reputable interview requests, like big outlets, reporters. I mean, there's probably hundreds more than that, but like legitimate journalists that have wanted to interview Erika. And so she sort of knew that this was going to have to happen at some point. And I think Jesse Waters did a phenomenal job. Hat to the whole Fox team. It was very classy, very, very professional, very respectful. But Jesse went there. He went into, he asked all the questions.
Let's show the clips. Let's
do it. Well, actually, okay, yeah, go ahead. You pick the first clip.
Let's do, let's just do the most basic one. Let's just do clip 250.
You told your children that Charlie was going on a work trip with Jesus. Are they still asking, where's Daddy?
Yes, my daughter continues to ask, but it's really sweet because I keep explaining to her a few things. And I said, if ever you want to talk to Daddy, you just look up to the sky and start talking to him. He can hear you. I told her, I said, Daddy is in heaven. She goes, you think I could go sometime? I said, baby, we will all go one day. We will all go one day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, Blake, but the kid clips specifically, a lot of people clipped them up, put them on social media, but there is something crazy hard to watch about the kid clips. Anyways, keep it going.
Let's do, a lot of these actually go well just in order. She talks about, oh man, there's so many of these. Let's do Let's do just her talking about how she found out about things, because there have been evil people trying to do nasty stuff about this. Let's do 361.
We saw the hats being flung. I put my phone down, and it was on silent, so I had no reason to look back at it. I moved my mom. I went back to grab my phone, and that's when Mikey started calling me. He called me within seconds.
I called Erika. I just remember it rang like 3 or 4 times. I didn't know what to say. Those are the words that will change someone's life forever, and you have to be the one to say it. That was the first time I've ever called her during a campus tour stop.
And so Mikey called me, and I'll never forget him just being like, Charlie's been shot. He's been shot. Get the kids. Get security. Get the kids. Get the kids. He's been shot. I sprinted out of her treatment center and just collapsed in the middle of the parking lot.
Yeah, do we want to address this? Because, you know, we've talked about it before, but I mean, basically, and I have some experience with this too, because Charlie had told me from time to time, not as much as he told told Mikey, but he did tell me, like, listen, if anything ever happens, you call Erika. Mm-hmm. And, you know, especially like, you know, when we were out at these events, like he would say, hey, just let Erika know, you know, and sometimes it would almost be joking, mm-hmm. like, and so anyways, Mikey, you know, basically is standing next to Charlie's side when it happens. He turns around, puts his fingers in his ear, and walks away. And he instantly, I think, just like the noise of that place was so crazy. He ends up calling his wife. They call Erika. They tell Erika. And that moment, you know, I think the thing that hit me when Erika said that is that Mikey, and I think Mikey said it, said he never had called Erika during an event.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me, and yet it makes sense. You know,
yeah.
Kind of, why would he?
Because he's busy. Like, Mikey's whole job at these events was to take social media videos and get it out to all the social media teams of Charlie coming up to the crowd and mm-hmm. Charlie coming up, throwing the hats. And we put them out on social media, and they, you know, people loved seeing that because I think it was inspiring for people. So that was Mikey's job. Mm-hmm. And anyways, the fact that he never called her from an event was because there was no need to, you know. Let's keep going here.
Let's do, you know, this is another one I thought was interesting. She's saying that she's just not going to ever actually look at the video herself. Yeah. Let's do 377.
There's certain things you see in your life that mark your soul forever. I don't want my husband's public assassination to be something I ever see. I don't want my kids to ever see that. And for people who actually enjoy watching that, which is quite literally sick, what if that was your father? Or your brother or your sister? There's a perspective shift there. We're human. Life is fragile. And there is so much beauty in this world. Why would you waste any portion of your life looking at something so evil?
And, you know, one last one, because I really wish we could play all of these, but I really like this one. Let's play 379.
Charlie have forgiven his killer?
He's in heaven. And he sees everything, full picture. And I truly believe that if the Lord, which this does not happen, but if the Lord gave him an option to return back to earth, and if the Lord said, this is what your death is going to be the catalyst for, do you want to go back and exchange it? He'd say no.
Wow.
He'd say no.
You know, it's interesting. In the days after it happened, I had like 3 different people tell me that they had sort of like almost a vision or a picture in their mind of that exactly what she was describing. More of Erika Kirk's amazing exclusive interview last night, and we'll talk about Auburn University as well. We'll be right back.